Welcome to my shop. This is Jim, Saw Logs Plastic Hubs. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We're working on a project. Come along, have fun. What we're going to do right now is I've already faced this off. We're going ahead and this is going to be the knurl pieces for my Machinist Jacks. And so I'm going to do all this stuff because when I get ready to fix the wrenches actually, the bolts, I'm going to put the collet in and I'm going to face the head of the bolts off. So what I'm going to do here is I just went out and dug around. This is actually the old shaft out of my tapping machine here. I know this is 1018. And we're going to drill this pretty deep. And then we're going to go in here, we're going to tap this one. Then we're going to run the knurling hole through it. And we're going to knurl this up some. We're going to knurl this up and just slice them off like bologna. I'm going to put it this way. The bodies is outside still heating. They're just not quite hot enough. I've got them out there in the toaster oven. I'm going to go check on them again in a few minutes. I want them to have a little more color to them before we dump them in oil. I mean, all this does is sort of impart a little bit of a color because it seems like it's taking them a while to get enough heat in it. I've got them set. I've got the toaster oven sitting outside. I went and checked on it a couple of times. I'm going to drill these fairly deep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make several. I'm going to make a good many of them. I'm going to make them like, so I'll have extras. Because I'm planning maybe off camera to make more jacks. And I might even, one of the things I may do with the two that I've already, the bodies that you've seen me make in the other video, is I may have two different screws for them. One, just put the regular bolt in them, and the other, put the extra holes for the adjustments if I need to go higher off the heavier ones. I'm going to probably go back and make me some lighter ones too. Like I said, I could have painted that other piece. I just didn't want it to rust. I just threw some Vicom on it, thought it was rolling. You know, not the best method, but paint will not. The Vicom will wear off too. Paint will wear off once from Vicom too easy. I'm drilling these fairly deep. Again, I'm drilling this probably, I was looking at it, I'm drilling this with a number 2 drill. This will give me about 55-60% of the lead. All this is going to be like a lock jam. And again, even though this is 1018 steel, I just do not want to go barreling up in there with a I'm going to drill these deep, and then I go out and bury the tap, knurl these and slice them off. That's kind of the idea here. I'm kind of working this knurl down. Steel, I don't knurl that much steel. And steel's a really tricky little animal to knurl. I know that you have to be a little more. I'm not one who uses the charts. I just go for trying to get something on them. And my head's in the way, I apologize, but I'm just trying to get over here to see what I've got. See what I'm looking like. I'm getting something that just doesn't like it's not wanting. It's It's really tough to knock it in there. I'm really having to really crank on it to get something. Like the knurls are not cutting good today or something. I know this is not a really hard steel I've got here. It's like a 1018 steel. Kind of let the knurls sort of get a little more to the end out here. Kind of let the knurler, it moves, kind of like let it track on its own. See how we're looking. We're getting there. It's getting a little bit of a diamond to it. It's just, it's going to be all right. Maybe a little bit more and I'll get it. I'll just bring you back. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. We're going to set up, the compressor's running now. We're going to go outside in a little bit. What I'm going to do is make these a certain width, about a 16th. Don't really want them that wide, just enough for a little locker. And this is for the quarter 28 screws. These are just little locks. See, I'm actually going to cut more off with the cutoff tool than the actual width of the part. We might ought to go up a little on RPM on that. Let's just disengage there. That's just a little bit slow with this. Make sure I didn't break an insert. Pull them out like that. Let's go. Really, you only really have one choice here, is to go to C and get you about 200 RPM. Probably better for this. These don't sound good. Sometimes I usually do tire part. This one's just not sounding as good as I like it. I'm going to be careful with this. I like the RPM better. I just don't like the sound of that. Let me get me something to catch that with. I'll bring you right back and we'll go out there and deal with the other. So hold loose. Here I got me a little piece of copper wire there. I just want something to put the catch on. That's a little bit far out in the chuck, but what I'm going to do is slice this off. There we go. There's one down. I've got to cut a few more. I won't show you that. Let's go outside and have a look at the next part of the day's project. Alright, now what we got going on here is, you see me do this with the blocks a while back. So basically, you just want to get these hot. Some of the guys, they do it in the ovens. And I got an old toaster oven. This has been in there about an hour and a half. This wide open, which is a little over 450. Take them out. It's got to have a little bit of yellowish color. Right down in there. Now, I just use what I've got right there, some old hydraulic oil. I'll let them set till they completely cool off. When they get done, it'll have a little bit of a yellowish coat to them. Now that's old tractor fluid. I had it here. I used it on the others. The reason I used it is because I had it. It's cheap, inexpensive. Let this toaster oven cool off. So there we go. That's heat finished that. We'll go back in and work on that. Well, there they are out of their heat bath. This 8620 didn't do quite as good as my tool blocks, but they still got a little bit of a golden tint to them. So I give them some bit of a finish. And it's not quite as good as bluing, but it's real simple. And this one, these are the two jack bases. I just took them out of the oil after they cooled off. So, but probably, like I said, probably why these are not quite as good looking as the other is my tool blocks did. Is this is a lot tougher alloy. I mean, this is pretty tough stuff, and you know, where these others was just basically old hot rolls I had done. So, but I'm well pleased. Hey, it's a finish, so it'll work. Okay, this is the old knurl adjusters. This is a 1/4 bolt I'm going to use, and I just screwed them all on here so I wouldn't lose them. So these are the adjusters, the adjustment nuts, the lock nuts for this. Now, the next steps when I get a chance, it may not be today, is to go ahead and machine the other ones. I'll probably go in, eat lunch, clean up, and come back and clean up. Come back here and clean up. So I'm pretty well satisfied where I'm at with this. Alright, this morning we're continuing on. I've got you a new different view, and I forgot I had this. Hadn't tried it with this new camera yet. I'm going to continue on working on the mounts for the Machinist Jacks. Get kind of back on it today. I mean, I did some, whoa, well, might help you like that, wouldn't it? I've got some steel here, and I'm not sure I'm going to see it. But I'm going to use this steel piece right here, and then I'm going to kind of, I don't know how, let me make sure this is going to be able to knurl, because this is something come out of my scrap bin. No, let me cut a little off the top of it and make sure. If not, I'll have to go get something else, because I want to be able to knurl this, because I want to make this is some sort of a shaft, and I also want to see if they'll, I noticed when I went to, well, I'll be damned, it's bent. It's a bent shaft. So I don't know if it's the way I had it chucked. Yeah, got a little bend, a little run out in it. We'll turn the run out of it. Kind of get under this. Oh boy, that's not working worth a crap. I don't know why I just didn't have it held good. That's just not good this morning. It's not wanting, well, I ain't holding it on much. It's going out here. Hopefully we didn't break the insert. Sometimes, see, I might have to, I may have to put it on a center. This might be too hard to use. That was my fear. See, this is a shaft that I had laying out to come out of something. I don't know what it come out of, and I didn't know. I don't really know. It's just something I picked up, so I don't know what the material is. But I want to knurl it to make my thumb screws for the Machinist Jacks. I want to take a little more off the end here. I know this is hanging out there, and this isn't the ideal situation. What I'll probably go ahead and do now that I got to hang it out this far to hold it, just take it a little off the knurl with. Yeah, and I wanted to kind of get under it, so I'll put a center in it. We'll put it between centers and knurl it that way today. Then I'll come back. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and I'll drill it. I'm going to center it, and then I'll drill it to the size that I'm going to need for the screw. Then we'll drive the center, and then I'll drive the center. So before I see what I'm doing here on the film. It's going to be pretty good steep. I'll just go ahead and, alright. Now I'll go ahead and I'll set up to knurl this, and I'll bring you right back. Now you're kind of upside down the way the camera's mounted, I think. So there we go. Sorry for the interruption. I really was not happy with the oil. So what I've got here, and I bought this metal oiler I'm using at an auction, and it'd be perfect for these kind of jobs. And I got 3 oilers at an auction I went to, or 4. And I got one of them on the lathe right now with WD-40. I've got these inexpensive pump oilers. And one thing about knurling, in my humble experience, is the more oil you have on it, the better. And see, I'm just going very slowly by hand. And I usually, what I'll do is I'll reach here at the end, and I know it was I think it was Colin who was talking about loose motion in a knurler. He had a different design knurler that was made by a couple of YouTubers from Canada. It does some outstanding work. But what I found with this is come from Travers. It's an Eagle Rock clone. What I have found about it is, and I modified it because the way I like to run my lathe and stuff. So I like to, I just try to see what my knurl's okay. About one more pass and I'll be good. So the thing to me, the key to the knurl is oil. Plenty of oil. So you want to get that thing clamped. And I usually make multiple passes just because I'm a chicken, I guess, or something. So what I do is, you'll notice there's a little loose motion in the knurler. So it'll sort of track along the knurls. It's a little more pronounced in the steel because it's a little more difficult. But I don't know, and I modified mine to move it to the back, but I don't see where it makes that. I've got mine hung up on brass bushings and all this stuff, and I've thought about making a new block for mine, but it wouldn't stop it. It would just eliminate it in one direction. So basically what I do is just let the knurler track, come back on its own. And the main reason I'm knurling it right now first is because I want to make sure this material knurl, and we're going to drill it and tap it, and we're going to cut this stuff off. The pain in the butt with this is it's going to be hung way out there, and the cutoff tool is not going to like it. It's got another one of them hand feeds, be careful deals. It's a pretty good pattern. I'm just going to run back across this one more time to get all the way to the edges. And that's the main reason I like the pump oil when I'm knurling. If you have never tried it, we kind of come on over a little bit and get this to rake on out to the edge there. These knurls to rake on off the part just a bit. There we go. The edge of the part. I'm not as worried about the other edge of the part, but as I am this edge, because this is going to be the edge that I'm going to be using to make the stuff off of. So oil is critical, in my opinion, in knurling. You use a lot of oil. It's probably the most oil intensive thing that I do in the shop. Everything else that I use my cutting oil on with brushes. So this is a good view of how I knurl. I know that there's formulas, and I kind of ought to go back and really look at what I want to do, but I just kind of do it by that eyeball. I'm more more concerned with aesthetics than I am perfection, but I get some decent knurls. This particular knurler I have, it does a really excellent job. And the time-consuming part about making things like it's like these Machinist Jacks is all these little enhancements. I basically made a video the other day of the body. Well, yesterday I was in the shop and I sidetracked on a couple things I found felt like I needed. So, yesterday afternoon I've got some footage of where I did the small one, and the idea behind the way I want to do my jacks is have a lot of adjustment in them, and so I want two big ones. I'm going to probably go back and make some smaller ones. Probably that'll be a more off-camera job. You see, when you're doing or for me, when you're knurling something like this, keeping the knurl clean, and it is really critical on softer material like brass and aluminum. And I will tell you, if I'm doing brass and aluminum, I'm using regular cutting oil with my knurling tools. Alright, we'll let that sit there and kind of shake itself out in a second. Double check how it looks here. Just take a rag and just dry the oil off. I don't know if you guys can see that knurl pattern, but it's up there. This is a fairly fine one that I use. It's in this knurl, and that always makes a really pretty knurl right there for me. Always. So there we go. Okay, and now I'm going to just show you the way I do this, and everybody's a little. Let me pull this back so I can get to it. And these are not critical. I just want them to be just consistent somewhat. So here's a burr on it. Let me see if I can get this burr off. Let me give myself a little RPM. Right now, let's just go 200. I might try to cut this to 200. And look like I can file the burr off. That way I don't have that burr hanging there. Still ain't what I want. I have to go up on the speed just a little, just for filing. I think I've mentioned this in several videos, and I'll mention it again. I'm naturally right-handed, but I was sort of taught when I started out, and it's been 42 years ago now. I'm 62 now. And no, 44 years ago. I was 18 when I started to work for the gentleman that I worked for in Kings Mountain. So that basically that I first started shop work, and I spent 40 years in transmission plant doing machine work for them. So we're going to try 200. We're going to do these by hand because of the nature of this being way out there, and it's going to be flimsy as hell. I apologize for the flimsy steel, but I really don't have a good way to grab it. And I want to make these up. Like I say, all these are going to be fours made. So I want to take it easy. I don't want to, most of the time I power feed, but this is the case, and this is not practical. So now I got my catcher, I got my oil, move my indicator oil in my hand. And like I said, you got to be careful. Because you notice I'm way out there. I'm not where I need. You know, this is not a really rigid setup because of what I'm working with. And two, want to make these out, you know, make all these at one time, and just want to slice them off of a piece of steel. So I'm just easing through this because of the fact that it's not rigid and it can flex on me, and if it starts flexing it'll break something in a minute. So that's what you have to deal with. Alright, that's one. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these off camera. Excuse me for stepping away. I need to get the deburr tool that's laying over in the toolbox. Quite got that out there yet. Right there. It's going, but it's just got one lip right there that wants to stay. Let me see if I've got all. There we go. Now, like I say, the way I do this is just what you see here. And see, this is the completed one. And we'll take the bar off and clean it up. So I'm going to do the rest of them, rinse and repeat, and we'll just go back. I'm not going to bore you slicing the rest of the bologna. Okay, the first operation I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this cutoff tool and I'm going to go in here to the back of the part and I'm going to relieve this a little bit, just a little, basically to cut behind the threads, a little relief in these bolts. These are just standard little old hardware screw bolts. And I'm not really getting fancy with this. I'm just going in there with a light cut. I don't really care if I'm going really deep, as long as I've got the relief in behind the threads, just like that. And I'm going to do all my bolts that way, so my adjusters will run all the way to the top. And I'm going to do all the bolts that way first. So, the large bolts anyway. Okay, we're trying some different camera mounts today. And so what we got here is, you see me relieve them. So now, we're going to face them off. And all we're going to do here is just basically touch these bolt heads. Go in about 30 thousandths. And I don't know what we're going to have it up to. And we're just going to chew them off on a nice slick machine surface for all this set on. Now, two of these bolts, I'm not going to do all four of these bolts. I see where my oil brush is. Excuse me just a second, please. Alright. So now, we're going to go back in here on these particular parts, and two of these, all I'm going to do is make a kit. My kit's going to be kept together like in a bag or something in a drawer, and what's going to be in my kit is basically going to be one set of screws is spaced completely off, and then another set of screws is the second set of adjustments. Part of the reason for using the 7/16" screws, this is what I'm fixing to do here. We're going to drill these and tap them 4/28. That's what the 4/28 screws are for. not all of them, but a good many of them, I'm going to drill this bolt here all the way through, even though it's not necessary. Just because for tapping purposes, it just gives the chips a place to go. And this is why I want to use collets for it. And again, because this is a bolt, I am going a little bit happy on my bolts, on the thread sizes. Because what I want to have is basically with these, I'm going to do the quarters the same way, put the release in them. And basically what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have a double adjustment here for height. That way, you know, I'm not planning on cranking this. That way I don't have to crank this screw out to full height. So what it is, I'm going to have this jack fixed with two different adjustments. And you screw in one bolt, and that's why I want to go all the way through, because I want to be able to put my bolts that pretty much is 3/4 the length of the card or so. And I want to be able to tap this as deep as I can. And I also realize this is tougher than normal. It's not your standard steel. Probably not, you know, these aren't grade 8 bolts. These are probably grade 5s for this standard hardware. These are just picked up, so more than likely they're just the standard grade bolt to get it to hardware store. These are fast steel bolts. They come from, I ain't gonna say, but let's just say I didn't pay for it. Actually, it's one of the last things I got before I left, because I had this project in mind for a while. Now the grade 8 bolts that I'm going to use for the top, the only reason I'm using grade 8s on the 4/28 is I didn't have them, and I went to the local hardware store here in Dallas, and all they had in 4/28 fine threads was grade 8s. I wouldn't have bought grade 8s if it had been for no other reason. So, this is kind of, you know, I've seen people make modular designs where they can put stuff on it. I just wanted the security of threading everything together. And doing it this way. And that's part of the reason I chose the 7/16" bolt size. So I'd have a good bit of thread work between the quarter, instead of having a 1/4" wall with a half, I've got a little bit more wall to it. Oh, well, not quite a half. I mean, I could have went a half. Excuse me, I mean, 5/16 or so. I could have went a half, but this will work just fine and give me plenty of wall inside, and that'll work do the trick. Just get to it, and these bolts holes, it'd be about 2 bolts. It wasn't but an inch and a half bolts. Should be about 2 bolts. I'll slide up a little bit so I'm using a lot of my travel. And when you're doing this kind of stuff, You just got to be patient drilling, especially really deep in something. You know, you can call a bolt mystery metal. I'm going to have to, I'm getting low on cutting oil. I've probably got about a quart, maybe a pint of oil left. And I'm going to have to decide what kind of cutting oil I'm going to get. I've been doing some looking online, and you know, the thing of it is, local hardwares and stuff here locally, they sell what a lot of the people, guys use the opaque. But it's okay, now we've got a hole. That's going to be a, let me get the other D-bar. We'll knock a D-bar in it. And I got to find me a place to put these somewhere close to the lathe. I got to figure this one out. I tell you, I'm glad I made them something. Something comes in handy. All right. We're going to start this thing off with power and see how it goes. It should be alright because fine thread don't usually jam up as much. But we're going to try it. I'm going to be brave and tap this thing on camera. And we're going to see what happens. It shouldn't give me no trouble because it's basically a mild speaker. It's making noises. That ain't good. Let me just go ahead and get this out and cut the camera off and hand tap it because it's just, I hear it squealing. That steel's just not conducive to what I want to do. So I've got it started. Let me take it out and do it. I'll bring you back. Well, there they completed. Now, what I've done, this is for photographic purposes, I've shown you both of the setups. And the reason, see, this will give you some extra height. So, say I want to come up here and I need some extra height. Say I'm going to be using it down here. Yeah, you can see. See, then I can just run down here. Let me get this thumb screw run down because it's sort of a pain in the butt. The grooves and the screws, I wanted to keep these adjustment thumbs as loose as I can. But the problem with that is some of the relief groove gets in the way. There you go. So you see I can adjust this. Then I can adjust it, same thing here. And that gives me, you know, twice the room to work with. Where this, you just got a little more solid mount. So the idea was when I made these is to make these, this was especially to give me a little more versatility with this particular set of jacks. I'm going to make some more jacks. I've got the extra screws saved. I'm going to make some small ones and just use the 1/4 28ths. So, but that's how that was the idea with this. And obviously you can see this will just screw up to where we need it. Start the thumb screw. The only thing, and I'm not, but again, if I made the thumb screws thicker, I'll tuck up adjustment room at the bottom. And that was my fear. So if I had this, you know, again, if you had do-overs, I would probably make these a little thicker. But they're still just fine, just like that. Both of them are. So this is the other pieces to it. I'm going to probably put, and then I have a box sitting right over here. And that box there you see is a old coaxial box. I bought a coax a good while back, a couple 3 years ago. Never really used it. Got it out to use it since I had it so long. And the indicator, it was just bad. You couldn't use it. So after I got to investigating, well, what I done was I couldn't send it back, even though it's brand new, because I'd had it for 2 years, probably. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all that in that box. I'm going to put the double adjustments. Then I'm going to take one of these plastic containers, and then it's going to be the extra screws and stuff till I get the other ones made. So I'm going to make a couple more eventually. So this will give me a little box, and I can just put this down there right on the top of it, put it in my milling drawer. So I just got to store it. But this basically, I bought another one, and the indicator, what it was, the indicator, excuse me, was a little bit junky. So this will give me a place to store. I'll just take a magic marker, write on the top Machinist Jacks or Jacks, and put that in there. So this is all wrapped up now. This is the finish of the project. And I'm real well pleased how this turned out. See, and that's why I wanted these adjustments. And so, and you can see my heat finishes. This is 8620, so it didn't quite heat finish as good as the others. But it'll work. It'll do the job. And that's all that's important. And I hope you enjoyed this video and this project series, or I'm not calling it a series. It could be a series, but the way I'm put them on, I'm just going to put it on in a different way. So those of you who watched me make the bases the other day will get to see the screws. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time I decide to make one of these things, which you never know what kind of mood I'm in. So from Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, this is Jim. Have a good one. I hope you've enjoyed your visit to my shop here. This is Jim, and you always enjoy the videos. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, because that keeps me going. I always try to keep something interesting. So again, I appreciate all my subscribers, especially the newer ones who's just signed on. We're trying to build this channel, just, you know, show a person out in the shop having fun. Again, appreciate you watching, appreciate the comments. Also, share with your friends that you have. You know, you got friends that's interested in such videos. Hey, tell them about me and have them come by and pay a visit. So you have a great day, and we'll see you when next time I decide to make one of these things.